Scheduled for one fall.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see right now, it's going to be a treat. This is going to be a Donnybrook between two A's veterans. Here comes.
Coming in tonight at 190 pounds from the south side of Brooklyn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Talk about veterans. Now, I can't think between the two men in this contest, there's really no title here in Ace that they haven't held, if not multiple times.
Mike Donovan, as much as Donovan's opponent might be the Triple Crown winner, Mike Donovan, who's going by simply Donovan now, you want a man who's evolved in this industry. Donovan is the only Ace Grand Slam winner in company history. Fight for Flight, Diamond Division, Tag Team, and Heavyweight.
The Saint from the South Side, he always will be that to me. He's actually the man who monikered me with the Mikey D, if you will, the classic Mikey D that everyone knows.
Donovan is...
Now, hallelujah! Weighing at 230 pounds, this is Kaide Lothbrook!
When we talk about how the pandemic changed people, we talk about how Donovan has evolved in the last year and a half. Look at the man that just entered the ring.
The artist formerly known as Stockade, Kaide Lothbrook. Former Ace Heavyweight Champion, former Ace Diamond Division Champion, former Ace Tag Team Champion. The former Stockade. I cannot call him Stockade, but Kaide Lothbrook lost over 100 pounds. He's in the best shape of his career.
Yeah, I've said it for so long. He's one of the most hard-hitting, hardcore guys. People think about him, they think about that hardcore style, that lay it out there on the line, the cinder blocks, the thumbtacks, the Legos, the light tubes, the coffins. We've seen him put people through everything. But pound for pound, he is one of those men who has worked so hard to perfect his craft over the last 10, 15 years of time. But the same can be said for Donovan.
I'll tell you what about Mike Donovan. Donovan has become a stalwart on the independent scene. He has become well-traveled and followed.
Everywhere.
He is... He's done an internet pay-per-view. He's evolved with the times. He's become formerly a man who was all about style and finesse, and now he's become an outlaw, an efficient striker, technical wrestler from the south side of Brooklyn. There's only one thing that's been effective, and it's been that south side knockout, that running left knee strike right to the melon. And you know, it's ironic that it's October, and in Ace Pro Wrestling, a fallout back in 2009, Jay Lethal was pinned. The Ace legend, wrestling legend, Jay Lethal was pinned by Mike Donovan. And at one time, Jay Lethal said on the mic that Donovan's the future of Ace. Well, I think he's gone beyond the future of Ace cover. He's now the present of Ace. He's been the past of Ace. And dare I say, he might be the future of professional wrestling.
In the same breath, Kaide Lothbrook for a very long time, he carried the weight of Ace. He was champion, rolled into heavyweight champion, rolled to the diamond champion, at one point was tag team champion. A constant presence here in Ace. Just so much history of this great company represented right now in the ring. And these two, they had some words to say to each other on the social media. A kip up there.
Oh, and Kaide Lothbrook shows Mike Donovan what he really feels of him. Forearm shiver, back elbow, and tell you what, he is way more agile. I've been very impressed with Lothbrook here.
Oh, big knee! Thought he was going for an arm drag and just kneed him.
I am thoroughly impressed. I have never seen eye to eye with Kaide, but I'll tell you what,
he's
no way.
Suicide dive!
Where did this come from? He has become more agile than I've ever seen.
This is the best shape I've ever seen him in.
Face first in the apron. Donovan being taken around the ring. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy, ashes. Caide's gonna come down with a strike right to the chest.
Don't realize right across the edge of the ring apron, that's the hardest part of the ring. It's where the pad ends and the wood meets the steel, and he just spines him. Could be thinking leg drop. Oh.
I just can't get over this complete transformation.
It's almost like the evolution is complete. Cover.
Only two, says the referee. You know, I've never seen eye to eye with Kaide Lothbrook, but I'll tell you what, as a performer, you cannot be anything but impressed by his success here in Ace Pro Wrestling. Irish whip.
Well, this team against the foot.
Donovan has become very crafty. But not crafty to move out of that shoulder block.
Something that we haven't noticed yet, these guys haven't relied on their strikes. Both of them are hard hitting.
What in the world?
Went for the leg up again, but no one home.
That time he might have hyperextended or pulled his hamstring when he landed. That's a bad bruise right there from the big fella.
As I was saying, though, we haven't seen these guys resort to their strikes. Usually, you'll see Donovan or you see Kaide getting that advantage because they are both southpaws. They are both lefties throwing those strong lefts.
You know, I'm the Acepedia, but I got to ask you, Classic, didn't Mike Donovan pin Kaide Lothbrook to become Ace Heavyweight Champion?
I believe it was, yes, when he cashed in.
Yes, he did. And that was back in Pagoda in 2018.
Right down the road.
Donovan was an undefeated Ace Heavyweight Champion. Cover. Donovan suffered a serious injury, was out for several months, had to vacate the Ace Heavyweight Championship at that time.
That's actually something to bring up, too, on the past decade of these two, this tale of two wrestlers. You know, Donovan has dealt with a couple of very serious injuries, a couple times where people thought that he was down and out, exactly like the haters face, thinking that we were down and out and kept fighting his way back, and he's here tonight. He's proving that he is still here.
Donovan only two with that running combination, that standard Donovan offense. And you know, this transformation to this outlaw, this badass, this is something that I just never expected from Donovan. But again, you go back to 2008, 2009, style and finesse, a man who's all about his looks and his style, his unique vibe about him.
Yeah, I came into Ace right at the very end of when style and finesse were coexisting before they divided out. But I remember that a revival, if you will. And I've known Donovan for years. I've known Kaide for years. Like you're saying, the attitude that they have changed and evolved. You know, this is a business where you have to step up and change. Big reverse! Oh!
Hard hitting.
Entire chest just caved right on the top turnbuckle.
Man, oh man, and Kaide hit that hard. Honestly, I'm going to say this. If he was a bigger guy, if he didn't drop all that weight, that might not have done that much damage, but the weight loss might have contributed to that injury. Only two, says the referee.
Yeah, that's one thing, too, with the pandemic. Oh, he's biting him! With the pandemic, with pro wrestling and live crowds and everything shut down for so long, you know, it's one thing to work out and to lose the weight, but it's another thing to get back in the ring on the consistent like you did. You know, Kaide is a guy who wrestled 10, 12, sometimes 15 matches in the course of a month in the independents. Oh, just being dumped.
Tossing belly to back suplex and a victim kick right to the spine.
Here's a cover.
Only two, says the referee. Donovan has to keep on his advantage. You know, I can't not discuss the history that Mike Donovan's had here in this company. He has helped literally mold and shape this company into what it's been today. I mean, I've seen Mike Donovan grow, slap to the face.
Yeah, Donovan was definitely one of those unsung heroes of the locker room here in Ace.
But so has Kaide Lothbrook.
Indeed.
You can't deny it.
These guys have had singles match wars. They've had tag match wars. And we're seeing more right now.
Lothbrook has been outbrawled in this exchange by Donovan. I cannot believe it. That's a shocker.
If you would have told me in the fall of 2021 that we'd be seeing a match where Donovan would be outstriking Kaide.
Left hand throwing bombs.
As I mentioned before, the strong lefts. Oh, big left. That was a straight hook.
Stockade's been I can't help myself, but Kaide Lothbrook has been a brawler since day one.
Oh, big headbutt. Calling right up to all the gods up in Valhalla.
Throwing strikes here. This has been a battle. Both southpaws going strike for strike. I'm loving left on left violence.
Donovan measuring, went for the lariat.
I can't not help myself, Classic. I just can't. Lothbrook looking for head. He's master lariat. Burst with the Irish whip.
Got the foot up. Moving his team across now. Big splash.
Did Donovan just challenge him to try to splash him?
I think he did. That might not have been the smartest of thing. Went for the scoop slam. Donovan floating over now.
Oh, could it be LSD? Oh! Normally that's a setup for the lifting spin doctor, LSD. Cover. Only 2. Instead, it was a straight backbreaker.
Held in a reverse guillotine position and just dropped the knife. Only gets a 2 count though, does Donovan.
Hell of a wrestling contest, hell of a brawl right now. Donovan's up, big left, right to the melon. Right to the midsection. I'm just impressed at Donovan's striking game. He has really upped his strikes tenfold. I'm very impressed with Donovan.
He said in a release on social media the other day that he knows who he is, but he's just getting dropped with a DDT.
Fade to black with that DDT. Unbelievable.
Referee now administering the 10 count. Could be the opening that Kaide needs to get back in this match. He's taking a lot of punishment from those lefts.
Both men trying to fight up here. You know, Stockade's cardio game has gone tenfold. Kaide Lothbrook's cardio, and you're seeing it here.
Now here come the lefts. Here come the lefts from Kaide.
The snakeskin warrior Irish whip. Running knee. Big clothesline classic.
Caide's feeling it now, but Donovan trying to get back in. Got caught.
Uranagi slam.
Going for the cover.
Only 2, says the referee, and Donovan showing his heart, showing his fight here. Lothbrook trying to just maintain this offense going here.
Going for the power bomb. Fans liking what they're hearing.
Donovan countered out. Donovan shifted his weight. Here comes standard Donovan offense.
Oh, the left.
Forearm shiver.
The knee. That corner combination could be thinking for that classic running crossbody.
And hits it. Only 2, says the referee. Donovan thought it was 3. The way the referee landed trying to stop his count kind of fooled Donovan a little bit. Donovan's pissed off.
Referee letting him know. Going to think of the knockout.
Sunset flip.
Pop up powerbomb.
Folded him up like an accordion. Unbelievable counter.
Just on instinct. Squaring him up in the corner now. Does Kaide thinking the top rope. That's a spot that I would never think. If this was 2 years ago, I would never think Kaide to be up there, but went for it. No water in the pool.
I just saw that, right?
Yes, you did.
That is out of the arsenal, out of nowhere.
Donovan measuring it. Could be thinking spin doctor. Fisherman buster, never mind.
We're seeing an evolved version of Donovan here. No way. Donovan shocked that he caught the fisherman buster only for 2. What a wrestling matchup between Kaide Lothbrook and Mike Donovan.
Donovan now having the conversation with the referee about how to count.
I think it's more about the way the referee's landed, trying to stop his 3 count when Lothbrook kicked out. That's what Donovan's complaining about. He might have a legitimate gripe.
Going for the knee again, but misses.
Oh!
Looked like Kaide was going for the spear. Got a knee, but there's a spear! Spear! Donovan was going for that knee, went for it again, and just that spear just ripped him inside.
Lothbrook literally took Donovan with that spear. It wasn't his normal spear. He dug all of his body weight, dug his shoulders down deep, right into Donovan's gut, caught a 3 count. And I'm sure Donovan's going to talk to Ace Management, maybe Mike Morgan, to discuss business here, Classic. But my goodness gracious, what a win for Kaide Lothbrook. New name, new look, new style, same winning pattern.
Yeah, you'd think that the smaller frame that Kaide now carries with him, that the spear wouldn't be. You put that in your podcast. You heard the man, right?
HardwayHQ.com, guys.
You would think that the smaller frame of Kaide might take something away from that spear, but it allowed him to dig more in and get more of a thrust right into the midsection. Donovan down 1, 2, 3.
Again, I don't see eye to eye with Kaide Lothbrook, not one freaking bit. But I'll tell you what, he kicked ass tonight. But Mike Donovan, hell of a showing. Might have a legit gripe, but in the end, great matchup. Lothbrook wins.
A lot of